Hello everybody! This will be a quick final lesson about the spiral command. So far you've learned about the basics of using it as well as how to use it to make threaded objects. This lesson will be an example of an important part of using the spiral command to its full potential, using non-trivial two-dimensional objects to create spirals. So far we've just made spirals using rectangles and quadrilaterals as base shapes. I am going to do a quick example of making a spiral with first a cutout box shape, and then secondly with a hexagon as the base shape. I just want to show you how spirals look when made with more complex base shapes. In front of us we have our cutout box base shape, which is 0.6 units from the y-axis. You can see on the left that I've created it by making a box named base shape, then making a box named cut, and then subtracting cut from base shape. Then I color it wood colored with the color command. Now let's make a spiral out of this base shape and see how it looks. We'll just make a spiral with one full turn and a per turn elevation of 2. We'll name it my spiral. Set it equal to spiral made with base shape, one 360-degree turn, and a per turn elevation of 2. Then we'll put my spiral into the show command and run our program to see it. There it is. It looks almost like a slide from a playground. Now let's do our second example. I'm going to erase the code up here where we make base shape for this example, and I'm going to make base shape a hexagon with a radius of 0.2 by using the circle command. I'll put in a 0.2 as the first parameter and then a 6 as the second parameter to make it a hexagon. Before we make the spiral out of this, we also have to move it. We just have to move it 1 unit out along the x-axis. So I'll do that with the move command, moving base shape 1 unit along the x-axis and 0 units along the y-axis. Now before we make the spiral, let's look at the shape we've made by putting it into the show command. Now we can see our hexagonal base shape, which is centered 1 unit away from the y-axis. Because of the fact that our base is still named base shape here where we make our spiral, all we have to do in order to display our spiral is put my spiral into the show command and run the program. Very cool. We now have a hexagonal spiral. As you can see, using different and non-trivial two-dimensional shapes to make 3D spirals allows you to make some very interesting 3D objects. Remember that if you use 2D objects with curved surfaces to make your spiral, then your spiral will be computationally expensive and will take a longer time to load. Try using different 2D base shapes when you make spirals and see what kinds of awesome and interesting 3D objects you can come up with.